Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas said that peaceful protesters near the homes of Supreme Court justices are bullying the justices and that Americans are, quote, becoming addicted to wanting particular outcomes, not living with the outcomes we don't like, end quote. Our next guest, Congressman Hakeem Jeffries, responded to Justice Thomas during yesterday's House Judiciary Committee hearing.
If Justice Thomas really wants to deal with bullying in America, or this problem of people supposedly unwilling to accept outcomes that they don't like, I've got some advice for Justice Thomas. Start in your own home. Have a conversation with Jeannie Thomas. She refused to accept the legitimacy of the 2020 presidential election. Why? Because she didn't like the outcome. And so instead, she tried to steal the election, overthrow the United States government, and install a tyrant. That's bullying. That's being unwilling to accept an outcome because you don't like the results, because the former twice impeached so-called president of the United States of America lost legitimately to Joe Biden. How did she respond? Instead, she said the Bidens should face a military tribunal in Guantanamo Bay on trumped-up charges of sedition. You've got to be kidding me. And lastly, let me ask this question of Brother Thomas. Why are you such a hater? Hate on civil rights, hate on women's rights, hate on reproductive rights, hate on voting rights, hate on marital rights, hate on equal protection under the law, hate on liberty and justice for all, hate on free and fair elections. Why are you such a hater? And you think you can get away with it, escape public scrutiny, because you think that shamelessness is your superpower?
Mr. Chairman, a point of order.
Here's a news flash straight from the House Judiciary Committee.
Point of order.
Truth thrust to the ground will rise again, and truth will be your kryptonite.
Joining us now is Democratic Representative Hakeem Jeffries of New York. He is the chair of the House Democratic Caucus, a member of the House Judiciary Committee, and was an impeachment manager for the first impeachment trial of Donald Trump. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. And that sounded like a moment that had been building for you for a while.
Well, that certainly is the case. I think Justice Clarence Thomas has been an outrage and an abomination from the very beginning. And I think many Americans across the country feel that way. But the culmination was really twofold for me. One, this was a hearing where we were discussing and marking up a bill on the absence of a judicial code of ethics for the Supreme Court. Every other federal judge in the system has to abide by a code of ethics. The Supreme Court does not. They think they can police themselves. We see it's a runaway majority. That's what the leaked opinion suggests. And then Justice Thomas had the nerve to lecture America about bullying and being unwilling to accept outcomes that we don't like. It was just too much to take at that particular point in time.
And this is a judge who has ruled on a case involving his wife's communications with the White House chief of staff. That it is against the law. There is one federal law saying that judges cannot, the Supreme Court justices cannot rule on cases involving their spouses. He has already done that.
Yeah, and this is part of the challenge that we have here, that Justice Roberts has taken a position that Supreme Court justices effectively can police themselves. They cannot. And Clarence Thomas and this sordid affair with Jeannie Thomas and her involvement in the January 6th insurrection and the effort to try to hide her records, which is the case that Justice Thomas was ruling on, is totally unacceptable. And so I think as Democrats, we wanted to make the point that no Supreme Court justice, and certainly Justice Thomas, is above the law, above public scrutiny, or above public accountability.
Because they do not discipline themselves, the only discipline available for Supreme Court justices is impeachment.
Well, that's the ultimate penalty that should be paid in cases of egregious violation where there's been a constitutional crime committed. But I think the step that we have taken as House Democrats at this moment, led by Chairman Nadler and Congressman Hank Johnson, is to actually put a judicial code of conduct into place for the Supreme Court justices and then work to try to make sure that there's teeth and accountability if there's a failure to comply. So that was what the legislation that we were marking up at that particular hearing was all about. Of course, every single Republican opposed it.